I'm good, brother. I'm good. How you, man? Crazy times right now, but I'm getting through it.
Yeah, oh yeah, man, very crazy times. Unfortunately, we're seeing what's going on with these punk police, man. Rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? George Floyd. What happened to him is horrible. You've been speaking about this in your music since day one. You know what I'm saying? Your first album
Yeah,
cover.
actually, yeah, that's what I was gonna speak on, man. That album cover was my artistic expression, even at that time, to say these are all the things that are against me, and if all these things, I got my own brothers against me. That was the two dudes with the gun on me, and then I had the cop. Shout out to Sean Brock. That's actually Sean Brock, one of the owners of Pen and Pixel. That's the cop. And then I got the Ku Klux Klan against me. So I'm on the ground and says you have the right to remain violent. Like, as long as all these forces is coming against me, as you can see what just happened in Minneapolis, you have the right to remain violent, not silent. Because unless we push back, it don't seem like they're going to stop. I mean, you got to understand, we talking about within maybe a 10 to 15-day time frame, they killed the black woman and took her boyfriend to jail disrespectfully. Finally let him go, thank God, for him and his family. Then they just killed Ahmaud in Georgia, and then tricked the motherfuckers to make them move or bring the people from Metro Atlanta to that little county, which them people in that county probably not going to convict those guys, man. Like, we'll see how it goes, though. I don't want to be negative until the time, it shows itself. But I'm going to be honest with you, man. Like, it's a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be a black man and have black sons, that's why I got land, man. Like, I come from a strong family on my father's side, man, with strong men. Shout out to my Uncle P. He just died like a week ago. My Uncle P. Preston Maddox Sr. He was a master contractor, man. Master contractor, yeah. Shout out to all his kids, Prez, Big Prez, my big cuz, Tara, Toya, and Lisa, and my little cuz Trey, you know what I'm saying? Preston the third. So shout out to them, man, and the rest of the family, man.
Yeah.
But we about land, you know what I'm saying? We got our own land. We do shit like that. So, more self-sufficient hunters and fishers, know how to get it out the mud, literally. So I thank my family for that, because they taught me that. I came from Jersey, but when I went to Florida, my family, they upped me. They gave me that country boy.
You come from the East Coast originally, like DJ Ready Red, rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Ready Red. That was my Aries brother.
Before you went to Texas?
I went to Florida. I was always in East Orange or North, growing up in Jersey. But a couple of times in my life, I went there. I guess my mom just really couldn't handle us a little bit or something. And my oldest brother, R.I.P., Randall Maddox Jr., she basically shipped us there when we was like 12, 13. Niggas out here acting up a little bit in their cars, man. You gotta excuse that. But we was like 12 or 13, and I went out there and stayed. We stayed for probably like a year, and then went back to Jersey. And but then I went back again when I was 16. I went to high school there for a little bit, for like a year. So that gave me my Florida boy. That showed me a whole different, like, black culture. Like, Florida dudes, man, they got their own swag completely.
Yeah. Shout out to homie JT Money down there, one of the pioneers.
Oh yeah, he definitely represent that Florida boy, that road boy, as we say in Florida, that road boy. Yeah, he definitely He represent that to the fullest.
You know,
Geechee, what we call Geechee.
Oh yeah, Charleston. Yeah. Shout out to everybody over in Charleston, South Carolina too, man. That's a whole different scene over there. Very talented. You know what I'm saying? Untapped market. But yet people sleep on them. You know.
Yeah.
But you, man, you very, very musically inclined, talented producer, artist, songwriter. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, you caught the attention of, you know what I'm saying, Jay Prince, Rapalot Records. You won a part of the Royal Flush. Who is in the group with you, and how did you guys?
I'm gonna tell you what's funny, man. Actually, I'm here with my brother Rick right now. Like Ricardo, King Ricardo. That's the king of the Royal Flush. Shout out to my brother Al B. I just hung out with him FaceTime, and he in the Cayman Islands right now. And that was the Royal Flush. That was the twins. We call them the Wonder Twins. But I was the DJ, but my family situation was real bad, so I had to get in the streets. Like, I ain't never really want to. Like, it ain't something that I really glamorize, and I don't really wish that shit on no man. You know what I'm saying? To have to go out there and figure it all out, like, on the front lines, and could lose your life or go to prison and take those type of risks. Like, that ain't something that I'm necessarily pushing. But don't get me wrong, if your situation is bad enough, get it, nigga, for real. Chances make champions. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if it's that bad. In other words, if you pressed all the way, go hard, man. You feel me? But if you got a way out, if you got parents and you got fucking mother, father, uncle, you know, maybe, like I would tell any young dude now that I'm older and I've been through a lot, I say get your credit right and go hard. Like, the bank could give you what you need to go at whatever business you feel like, you know, has your interest the most. I would say that. But beyond that, if you just really in the mud and you're in a bad situation and you got to get it, like you got to feed your family tonight type of shit, yeah, man, you got to, it is, get up, make it happen, be smart, and don't try to do that shit forever. Stack your chips, my nigga, and dip. That'd be my advice, for real.
Yeah, get in and get out, you know.
Yeah, man, you got to throw that money at something, man, because you're going to have to figure out how to clean it anyway. That's going to become a part of the game for you anyway. So you need to have that business knowledge, or you need to hire somebody that do. Like, I remember being so rich, man, in that game years and years ago, and not even knowing what to do with the money. Like, just having it. Like, I'm like, I got everything. Like, what do I do now? I ain't even know. You feel me? So that's real talk. Like, any real nigga probably hear that and be like, yo, he's saying some real shit, because that's the shit niggas don't want to say. But I really didn't know. Man. I had to figure it out. I had to figure business out. I had to figure out Dun & Bradstreet. I had to figure out EIN numbers. I had to figure out how to get credit lines, and had to figure in trade lines. I had to figure all that shit out, articles of incorporation and LLCs. I still had to learn all that.
Yeah. Well, you were around, you know, saying some great business minds. You know, I mean, none better than Jay Prince. You know, I imagine you learned a lot from him.
He's a mastermind, definitely. No doubt he's a mastermind, because I watched, not just him, I watched him and Cliff. Like, I was right there with them, like, really holding it down. Like, even our first tour on the first bus that we bought like a Partridge Family bus. We used to call it the Partridge Family bus. And we went out there, man. We went on tour, and we had the time of our lives, man. We ended up spending New Year's. Right? Yeah, this is like 86, 87. Like, I already was good. Like, I took one of my vehicles on the tour. Like, I just followed them. Like, fuck it. I had just got it freshly painted. A beautiful truck, nigga, like looked like some Ferrari shit. I just followed them with the bumps in it. Like, the whole bed of the truck was 15-inch woofers. So I just took that with him. Like, I'm gonna follow y'all. And then we took Jay had a Mercedes back then. Oh my God. He had two of them. He had 2 5. Like, any real nigga know when I say this, they're going to crack up to themselves, because if you know this, you really know the history of us. But he had a 2 560 SEC Benzes. And he had them cut into, they already 2 doors. We had them shits cut into convertibles. This was some shit. Look, even if I pulled up in one now, it'll blow your mind.
Yeah.
Shits look like spaceships. He had a red one. Well, first he had a black one and a white one. No, I'm saying a black one and a red one. And then he painted one of them a super pearl white, and the black one, I think. And he still had the red one. So, I think he cut a deal. Well, I ain't gonna tell his business. I ain't gonna tell that. That's his story to tell. But yeah, we took that Benz to New York. We was going to New York and getting it on there. Like we was going there on some gangster shit. Like, yo, y'all gonna accept us? And then we was already from there, so we was with the play. We like, yo, y'all gonna accept us? But we didn't even realize. Like when I talked to a lot of OG cats, like my boys, the smugglers. I talked to my I call him my little big homie because he more gangster than me. I talked to him earlier today, and he was like, yo, y'all was big up there. Because he from Left Rat, Queens. He like, yo, y'all was big in New York. So we didn't even realize they was already loving us in New York. It just was taking time. You feel me?
Yeah, but it's dope how, I mean, and Gangsters, hell, at the time, how y'all just went out there and said, man, give us our fucking respect. You know, you're gonna notice.
Well, you know, one thing we always knew under the tutelage of Jay Prince, like everywhere we went, we had friends. So if you're really from the street, you know, like I don't give a fuck about the neighborhood. Who run the neighborhood? Let me talk to him. It's like, I guess, back in the days when you look at like the Game of Thrones type of shit. You go through a village, you like, where the chief at? Or like the motherfuckers coming from outer space, take me to your leader, nigga. Let me talk to him. Like, if I talk to him, I'm talking to y'all. So let me talk to him. Like, that's just how we always operated, man, and it works. It still works to this day. Even Ice, like, when me and Big Homie be talking, he did things the same way. He just always had respect. You always got to respect the chief. Once you respect the chief, the Indians are going to fall in line, as they should.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now Ice-T, you know, it's dope to see him. He's still doing Body Count, but he's dropping some rap records again. You know what I'm saying? You and him made some dope music together. That 6 in the Morning remake is phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? How did you initially meet him, and how did you guys get to the point, you know what I'm saying, where you guys were starting to work together? You became part of Rhyme Syndicate.
Yo, shout out to Brother Marquise from the 2 Live crew, because that's he was the plug that connected me and Ice. You know, it's so funny. That nigga's prophetic. Got to give him his credit. We was on this tour. We was on this little tour, and he and I was on the tour together. A dude back in the day that used, and JT Money know the dude I'm about to talk about because he took JT Money to Europe. Big D, I got to give him his credit. He from Jersey, but he really was a staple in Houston, like had the promotion thing on Smash. And that's my homie. So once I did the 6 in the morning, actually when I came up with the idea to do 6 in the morning, I was at his house. And I didn't think I could do it. I called my people and we made it happen. I paid for the rights and we made it happen. Make a strong story short, Big D basically was the dude that took JT Money, all those guys like out on tours and really did his thing for them, you know, as far as like not just a road manager but like a promoter. You feel me? So the tour he asked me to come on, he had some pay dates, like, because I had my own company then. So I was getting big royalty checks then. And he's like, yo, come on this tour. I'm going to get you some of the show money too. So Clay D, who's like a legend, and Rowan and D, they from Miami. Shout out to them. Because we ended up being in the limousine. I had to lay down with the twin guns. That's when they realized I was gangster as fuck. Because, you know, we got into it with some Mexicans, actually, man. And, you know, I don't like to talk about shit like that because, to me, Mexicans is black people and black people is Mexicans, even if black people or Mexicans don't know that shit. It's old Mecca. It's the pyramid people. We invented hip-hop. Period.
Yeah,
but we got into it with them. And when the shit went down, we had to get a police escort to pull us take us to the hotels, but they was about to shoot up the limo, so I'm laying on the floor with the guns out. But, you know, I try to look out when people is around me. But make a strong story short, you got to meet. You ever met Ice-T, man? I was like, nah. He was like, man, you got to meet this nigga, man. Y'all niggas is like twins, man. Y'all niggas going to meet. Y'all niggas going to fall in love with each other. That nigga said exactly that. I was like, all right, cool. I said, like, yo, that nigga's like a mentor to me. I'd love to meet him. He said, yo, when you going to be in L.A. again? I said, nigga, I'm shipping the Benz out there now. I said, when the Benz get there, nigga, I'm flying out. As soon as I start twisting calls, he said, I'm going to be out there, nigga. I'm from there. I was like, oh, shit. He said, I'm going to be like off of, I ain't going to say where his mom's live at, but it's in the hood. It's like real nigga hood. So he was like, yo, when you get out there, nigga, call me, nigga. So that's what happened. We linked up. I went and picked him up in the Benz. He's like, yo, nigga, you out here doing this shit. And I said, I told you, nigga, this is my town. He's like, nigga, I'm going to take you by the Syndicate office. I said, for real? He was like, yeah. He's like, you going there right now. We went straight over there to the Syndicate office. Shawnee Shine. Shout out to Shawnee Shine, the big homie. That became the big homie, but at the time, I ain't know him. You feel me? And we went by there. That's when the Syndicate office was on La Brea. And we went by there. And sure enough, nigga, Ice was there that day. Because he had been out actually filming Surviving the Game. So I pull up, man. I went and got one of my other flyer whips. I pull up, man, with the fucking tapes in the trunk, nigga. I had the sixth. No, wait, I'm sorry. That's the second time we linked up. This the first time where he wasn't there that day. I just left the tapes. And then when he came, I gave him another box of cassettes. That's how long ago it was.
Yeah. Back in the
but
good
he
old
was
days.
impressed because I was young as fuck. I was like only in my early 20s, and I was already owning my own shit and getting money, man, like and driving what I want, Rolex on the arm and all of that. He was really impressed by that. He was like, nigga, you out here, you already own it. I was like, he's like, yo, when I get back, let's link up. So that's what happened, man. Once we linked up, actually, me and my brother Grover Washington had a studio in Venice Beach, and we was chilling out there, and that's when we went and we connected with Ice. Han Soul was with us. He used to be on Loud RCA with Steve Rifkin and them. I had a couple meetings with Steve Rifkin too, but that's when he had the big office with the all white off of Melrose. You know, Loud.
I was going to ask you that, if he ever got at you.
Say again?
No, I was going to ask you that if anybody ever got at you, wanted to, you know what I'm saying, sign you to a deal. Like you said, you was talking to Steve.
Yeah, I mean, I've had situations, but I was never like you really can't sign me. Like even back then, you can't. I was a veteran from the streets. You got to remember, my first office in Houston, I think I was like 21.
Wow.
And I'm talking about an office with a studio that we recorded all of the Ghetto Boy shit at and all of the Scarface original album. Like I was already retiring from the street at that age. And I was already like glued to Jay Prince and Chief and BW and all of our God rest NC Trahan and George Trahan. So like super gangsters, my nigga. Like, you know, those two guys was just like super duper, like another level type of black superhero type of dudes. But you young, you don't realize what you around. You kind of do, but you don't really gauge it until you can compare it to other shit. And that didn't happen 2 years later. But nah, they taught me right, man. They taught me principles and honor, especially Jay Prince, man, like putting God first. And you know, we would be in church. We owned the club, and then we go to church. He would really teach us these principles, man, and we would watch him live by them, too. So that's powerful, man. Like, people don't, I never see nobody add God to Gangster until him. And it works because God is Gangster. God is talking about he loved the powerful shepherds that protect the sheep, man. That's Gangster.
is they're having for a G.
That's what Jay Prince and the whole family, Big Chief and all. That's what those guys were. They was like protectors, and they allowed you to eat. Like, you know, you see a lot of these other deals, man. Like, anybody say any bullshit like Rapalot don't pay and all that, man, fuck you. I'm saying it to you right now. I hope you listening. I've watched this man give checks the size of fucking Texas to niggas. Multiple niggas. And I watched them fuck their money off and then come back and act like he owns something. Yeah, I said it, B2, nigga. You know what's up with me.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that Jay did him good. You know what I'm saying? And that's just, you know, I guess is a unfortunate thing if you get a lot of money and you blow it or whatever, and then you come back. I hear that a lot too from different.
Well, money's
artists.
tricky, man. It's a tricky. You know, she's a tricky bitch.
How did you handle it so
man,
young though, B2? How did you? Not to cut you off, but
I really didn't. I didn't fucking know.
Oh,
I didn't know shit. I just had it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't fucking know. I had every car, we fucked every bitch. Like, hate to talk like that, but doesn't, you know, just was like that. Like, we had to run in the city. You gotta understand, all of the most powerful dudes came together to build Rapalot. Like, everybody had powerful reputations. We just all came together like fucking Megatron or Optimus Prime. What them shit says, the Transformers. You know what I'm saying? Like, we came together like that, and it was beautiful, man. It was fucking like Willie D already was the man in the streets and on the stage. Yeah, I remember Chop used to run with like them niggas. These are hardcore guys. These aren't rappers, man. They just can rap. You understand?
What were your first impressions of Gangster Nip when you heard him?
Love his shit, man. He recorded a lot of stuff at that studio too, BPM Righteous, man. I mean, and plus Nip's a good friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's always been a good brother to me. Like, I always look at people more like that. Like, I don't give a fuck about that music shit. Like, I love music and I make great music if I try to go at it and really pay attention and be a student to it, which I haven't really done, and I just started doing again. Like, I can really produce good stuff, but I don't give a fuck about that. If I'm gonna be around you, I care about your principles as a man. You feel me? Yeah. And he got good principles, like he and I. Yeah, I fuck with that. Like, I don't give a fuck about how famous you was. I ain't never cared about that. I always had every car niggas wanted. I always had every bitch niggas wanted. I already had the big chains on my neck. I had the big rings going across my hand and all gold and diamonds. Like, I had all that. When niggas wanted that, I had it. So all that shit y'all want to rap for, I already got. So niggas will definitely back that story up. I'm talking 20, 30 years. Like, I always been who I am right now. I never was somebody else and then I start rapping and made the world believe I'm this. Nah, it was nah. Like, I had to rap. I had to do music for therapy, and I had to figure out how to move to the next level in life legally.
Yeah.
So it was that. It was more that for me.
Yeah, because we might not even be having this conversation today. You know what I'm saying? So it's
man, it is. Let me tell you something. It's a miracle that we having this conversation because you got to remember, I started out in Newark, New Jersey. You know, I just hung out with my big bro. Shout out to my big bro, Al-Samad Sawab, man. His mom's just passed, man. She went to be with Allah, alhamdulillah, subhanallah, man. And shout out to R.I.P. to Abdullah, man, Sawab, the whole Sawab tribe, man. Like, I come from that. And if you know, growing up there, it's like, that's Whitney Houston. It's rough where I'm from, bro. Like, the fact that we produce Whitney Houston is mind-blowing if you know where we're from. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, Newark
we're from a very rough place. Exactly. So between East Orange and Newark, that's where I grew up at. I was born at East Orange General Hospital. So I survived that. Then to come to a place like Houston, which I'm not there now, but to be there and then to connect with Jay Prince, like God put me in the perfect hands for my wild energy. When I think about it, that was really a blessing from God that we connected with him, because our energy could go in good directions, and we still strong, tough guys, and everybody around us is tough guys. But when we get into it with each other, we put on boxing gloves and fight it. Like you really got to be a tough guy at Rapalot. You can't just be talking that shit. No.
So you guys would settle it with gloves, similar to how Master P.
Whatever. What the whole thing is, get it out of your system. Be brothers. Like when we made up our mind, we was gonna be successful, man. All that, like NC, God rest his soul, used to say all that hoe shit had to go to the wayside. No hoe shit, man. What's up, bro? Let's get to getting at it.
Get it out of the way and then get back to work.
The brotherhood. Exactly. Yeah. So these niggas today can talk that shit. They just throw their money around, put on a few chains, pull out some guns. Nah, man. You know, we used to scrap, nigga. We ain't killing our brothers. He could get a fair one. But them principles, those rules done shifted and changed, and shit is all fucked up. Like, now you want to kill your brother. Nah, we ain't kill our brother. That was our brother, man. We'll just scrap with him, and he'll give you a second round if you need that a month or two later. You feel me? But that's your brother. You don't do that to your brother, man. That's the problem, man.
No,
the principles and the rules is all twisted.
Yeah, absolutely. But no, Willie D is a great fighter. You know, amateur boxer, the whole nine.
Yeah, I've seen him many around outside of the ring. Believe me, he's nice with them hands. Believe that.
Yeah, I only seen him, whip the shit out of Melly Mel, but yeah, I can imagine.
I've seen him in action. Period. Like. Plus, if you know, like, we talked to each other probably about 3 weeks ago. We probably stayed on the phone for 2 hours, man. Facts. Like, everybody, I talk to everybody still, man. I'm cool with everybody.
The bond, a common brotherhood for Rapalot. You know, I've noticed that. Like we just interviewed DJ Vicious Lee, and he was talking about the early days with you in the studio.
That's literally right now my engineer for this Omerta project that I'm doing. That's my engineer. He's on the team for what I'm doing right now.
Hell yeah, man.
Like, the brotherhood is important. Like I say to anybody out there listening, man, if you got a brotherhood, stick who you raised with, you stays with, man. The game don't respect you if you move around too much, man. Because what does that say about your loyalty as a man? See, only whores can't jump, homie.
Yeah, that's real.
Only whores can't jump. Real men make up their mind. They plant the flag in the ground. They pour concrete around that shit, and they build from there, man. And they hold it down and protect what they just put in the ground.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's like a different mindset. Like, whores jump around to where it look good at. That's what hoes do.
Oh, you see a lot of them.
And you expect that from hoes. You expect that, but you don't expect that from men. Men supposed to say, "I'm fucking with these niggas," and ride it out until it's over with. And that's what we did. Really, then the Syndicate the same way. They embraced me into their brotherhood, so that's what we did. I just hung out with Ice. He just called me yesterday. Like, the whole thing is, we don't stop. Like, was it ever supposed to end? Was there supposed to be a time where we don't like each other and all that weird homo shit or something? But I don't want to do that.
No, man. You gotta keep the peace and keep the unity.
Do you know we've never had an argument? Ice and I have never had an argument.
Music.
Jay Prince and I have never had an argument, ever.
There's a lot of respect there, man. You know, a lot of mutual respect between two brothers.
I guess, and I'm so appreciative, man. Like, I'm gonna tell you, I could almost say we didn't know who Big Homie would become, but actually, if you knew him back then, you kind of could think that he probably would be who he is now, because he really was that then. weird, man.
Yeah,
But
it's like,
shout out
it's like
to Jay
you and
Prince,
him
man. Like,
started
it's a whole
off.
nother level.
It's like you and him started off on top almost in a way, you know.
Well, not really on top. I was always behind them. I was always not only younger than them, but I always looked up to them. Just him,
Yeah.
OG Dewey, with what he was able to do in music, and just being a strong force of like a big brother that you could go to, and you know he had your back, and like those guys were that, man. Big Chief, and those guys were that. Like I never had a father, so those were my dads. You feel me? Ice-T, like those people, Al-Samad Sawab, like I just put pieces of all of them, man. That was my dad.
Yeah, that's
and they led me right, like, and I'm thankful because I could have chose the wrong fathers out here, or big homies as we call them. I could have chose the wrong ones. And like I remember, I hung out with Sugar a couple of times. Like, that wasn't the best experience. Like, I remember one time we was in the Murdoch building in Beverly Hills, and I'm about to leave. If you ever know Death Row and Interscope, when you come up on the elevators, Death Row is to the right, and Interscope's to the left. Interscope got this crazy, you walk in, they got this crazy, weird, wood-looking shit. Say Interscope. That was the ugliest fucking sign. Hey, say that, man. Shout out to Jimmy Ivan, I guess, but that fucking sign was ugly, Jimmy. But anyway, basically, we standing out there at the elevators, man. 5 dudes jump off the elevators, straight gangsters. Like, straight and rich gangsters, too, because I know what money and gangster look like. And it's like, yo, what's up, homie? They looking straight at Suge. I'm looking at Suge. He looking at me. I'm looking at them. I'm like, if we got to do it right here, I said, you good, bro? He was like, yeah, I'm good. He ended up taking them to the Interscope side to sit like in a conference room. And and if you watch moments like that up there, you had to wonder to yourself, how long can this shit go on? Yeah. It's literally 2 different powerful worlds right across the hall from each other, but one is dangerous and one is absolutely forthright and white and, hi, this is Interscope Records, and you're like, yo, this shit can't coexist. Like, you have real niggas up there wrestling in the fucking in conference rooms at Death Row, and yo, it was ill, man.
Jimmy Iovine, yeah.
Shout out to Big Jake too, because the last time I was there, Big Jake took me in the hallway and we was talking, and that's the dude that got his head blown off in Atlanta. Shout out to Big Jake, man. R.I.P., man. He was a good dude. The energy that I felt from him, I didn't get to hang out with him a lot, but I met him 2 times, and the last time I was at Death Row when that shit happened, Snoop was in the hallway. He was talking to Snoop. Snoop was pissed about some shit. Just so you niggas remember what time frame this was, this when Suge wife had the green tail Benz, and Snoop had just got like a Lexus coupe or some shit like that. Just around that time. But anyway, Fade Durovy was there in the scope too, because I went up there one morning when Suge left that morning. I had just came right after he left to go get Pop. Facts. You can ask Fade Durovy. He was there that morning. Took, I think, $2 million or something like that. Cash. Private jet. We ain't got him. Facts.
Damn.
Yeah, I've been there for a lot of moments, man. I smoke weed with Eazy. I've had a wonderful hip hop life, man.
Man, if you smoke weed with Eazy, I know that was a very, very high experience, man. What
man,
was
Eazy
he smoking on
Eazy
at
had
that time?
weed choices. Eazy the first dispensary that I ever been to. Eazy would pull out 4 different bags of 4 different kinds of shit that would blow your head back.
Wow.
And let me tell you about Eazy.
93,
Eazy
92?
loved to smoking. The way niggas know I ain't bullshitting, if real niggas know Eazy, they know Eazy like to smoke these black licorice sticks. That was his shit to smoke in. These black licorice paper, so his blunts would be black. Facts.
Oh. Yeah, man. So he had multiple kinds of weed at that time. He must have been getting it from Humboldt.
And let me tell you what's crazy.
Shit.
Let me tell you what's crazy. Eazy would sell you a sack, nigga. He was a multi-millionaire, but he would sell you a sack. I love
weed
that.
on him.
Like, there's something about that for me being from the street. Like, I went hand in hand. I come from the streets, man. Like the corner. For me to see that is I just give it to myself. That shit was
got a
beautiful.
multi-platinum, groundbreaking Godfather.
No, you're not
artist.
listening to me. Eazy was worth. When I was hanging out with him, I probably was hanging out with him about 4 or 5 months before he died. And Eazy was so rich, man. Like, Eazy was so rich. He used to have this little wallet in his pocket. He'd pull it out. That shit had about 20 credit cards in it, and like all them shits had unlimited limits and shit. This nigga when we would pull up 10 or 15 cars. Eazy would go to, in L.A., Eazy would go to every, like, you know how you pull up to a gas station, they got all those pumps? Eazy would go to every pump and stick one of his cards in and just pay everybody, fill everybody's shit up.
Wow.
Eazy was on another level with it, man. But he still would sell you a sack.
That's dope as hell.
That's it. Exactly.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to Eazy-E, man. He was another level. And he was hurt, because I've been around him. I actually sat in and did a book with him while he was doing a book. And me and Rashad Al-Amin, shout out to Rashad Al-Amin. And I'm going to tell you, Eazy was hurt, man. He wouldn't probably never just admit it, but he was hurt, man. He missed Dre, man. Like, he really did.
Yeah. Yeah,
you could tell. Like, there was a spirit of somber, of pain. Huh?
I know he wanted to. He was trying to get N.W.A. back together in the process of it. But let me ask you this, man, because I know you know people.
Nah,
in the
he
rap
wasn't.
game.
When I was hanging out with him, he wasn't really trying to get N.W.A. back together. Let me tell you why. Because Eazy was showing me shit. Like, Eazy used to have this huge briefcase. Anybody know Eazy? Like, anything I'm telling you about Eazy right now, niggas, you can fact check it just by the way I'm telling it, because these are details you have to be around him to know. He had this huge briefcase. I think it was like some James Bond shit, like can't get in it without a key type of shit, right? The handcuff type of briefcase was big. And he opened it up and he showed me contracts. He was talking shit. Yeah, I make more money off fucking the crime. This is for the crime. This is right when the crime was about to come out. He's like, I make more money than Dre do on the records. And he was talking big shit. Like, he was still hurt. So, no, I don't think that was the time. Yeah, I think that was after they finished the deal with Suge and everybody, the terms were already set because he had the contracts in the briefcase. You feel me?
Yeah.
He said, I make more money off the Chronic than Dre. Then he started playing for me different beats from the Chronic that Dre stole. He said Dre stole from him. These was his ideas. And, like, I mean, he was hurt, man. You know what I'm saying? He really was hurt. He wasn't happy with the situation, but I'm a real street nigga, so I could see through that. And I remember being in L.A. when they were riding around in the Samurai together, just them two. They were like brothers. I seen that shit too. And now we talking 86. 85, some shit like that, when I was like 19. That's the first time I ever went to L.A. I went out there with Venom, who ended up becoming Raheem the Vigilante's DJ, my nigga Dre. That nigga was from 169th Street, Centerview, Pyro, nigga, and that nigga will remind you of that shit and everything else that you can assume from fucking Menace to Society and motherfucking Boys in the Hood that you would assume came with it. He would had that for you, too, and the whole crew. Shout out to Gunny and all them niggas. Them was some wild niggas, but real niggas and good guys. But that was my first taste of L.A. I was like, it was like, I'm from the East Coast. I always, L.A. was a whole different animal. It was a whole different animal, like you, because it's so beautiful, man. But it'll pop off, nigga. Lose your life like that. You gotta know who you with, while you with them.
It's like Chicago, you know what I'm saying, is deeply rooted.
Same thing, yeah, same situation. If you really think about it historically, most of the cats from L.A. is from Chicago or Mississippi, or they went from Mississippi and Louisiana to Chicago, and they went to L.A. Like, these are really the same people.
Yeah, oh yeah.
The migrations, like the black migrations.
It goes back, you know what I'm saying, decades and decades. Hell, my grandfather, he's fucking Czechoslovakian. I remember him telling me about kids cutting turf back in those days. You know, 1910.
Yeah.
You know, this shit was just crazy. There's a lot of history there. But, you know what I'm saying, you being around it, how did you navigate and survive all that? Because, like you said, man, you're from the streets. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it never really
what do you think
it never
got you
really
through?
felt like that. It never really. God, man, God got me through, man. I mean, definitely God. But if you had to break it down in human terms, like my instincts that my big brother Al Samad and my big brother Abdullah Sawab, R.I.P., that they gave me originally. Because they my cousins that first really introduced me to the streets of East Orange and North. They the ones that did it. And they was knocking everything out and stomping niggas, and we like 9, 10. You're not hearing me, bro.
And
got
kids,
respect.
man. Yeah.
Nah, we was little monsters, man. I remember one time we had a bus ride from, there's a park where I'm from called Raleigh Park. Real niggas like my nigga Tress. Shout out to Tress from Know by Nature. Me and him talk every once in a while, too. But it's a park in our neighborhood called Raleigh Park. This is where the wild niggas hang out. You got to be a real nigga just to walk through that motherfucker. Don't even walk through there. You ain't real certain time of day. Don't even walk through there. But my family is well respected. My tribe, the Sawabs, they well respected. Dula and Samad, well respected. So I'm their cousin, so that I got that respect. You feel me? Nah, make no mistake, man. Where I'm from is like, they had a bus ride to Great Adventures, like that Six Flags shit. Took a whole bus full of people from Raleigh Park from my neighborhood. I'm talking about the bus pack. We having the time of our lives, talking shit, having a great time. Nigga, the bus came back with maybe 10 people, man. Everybody else got locked up. That's where I'm from.
From the East Coast to the West Coast,
We went through motherfucking Great Adventures like a wave, nigga, just stealing everything. And everybody had them little baseball bats. We was fucking niggas up with the little baseball bats. It was crazy, man. It was like, where I'm from is just really a wild place. Like, it can be, New York is right there, so you look at that extreme wealth, but then you living in extreme poverty.
Yeah. So,
you like, I don't know, it just do something to you. Like, then you got to remember where I'm from is that's where they killed Dutch Schultz at. That's where Lucky Luciano, all those guys, where you think they was at? It was right there where I'm from. So they believe me when I tell you, they energy is still there.
Man, it's
right
it's
now,
crazy.
Right
speak
now.
About Dutch Schultz, man,
Honorable Haji Muhammad's energy is still there. Noble Drew Ali energy, the Moorish Science Temple energy in Newark is still there. So when you meet somebody from Newark, you dealing with an intellectual savage.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Man, my grandfather's brother was killed in 1931 by Capone's men in Cicero. You know, Capone and my grandfather, he worked at Western Electric. That's where they really did their operations from, Cicero, right next to Chicago. Yeah, he worked at a Western Electric, which is down the street from this place called the Alton Hotel, which was a place where Capone would go with his hoes. And he would see him from time to time, knowing that this man had something to do with his brother's death. He couldn't do shit because they'd wipe out the whole fucking family. Yeah, couldn't touch him because they wipe. But he, you know, he wanted to. You know. I mean, you could. Let me tell you something about this gangster shit. People, there's rules,
But there's certain rules that trump other rules. It may require a lot of killing. But you better make your statement very quickly. Like if you look at The Godfather, that last scene when he killed all the bosses with precision like that, well plotted, well planned with precision, that's what made him be able to throw his weight around and I own this casino now and this is mine and you got to do this because I said so. And that's why it was after that, if you look at the movie. After that, you do what I say or you get what they got. Nobody ever made a bold move like that. That was the movie part of it, too. One man killed every boss. You know what kind of fear that strikes everybody? You'd capo de tutti capi, without question. It's you. Because you ain't got nobody facing you down.
By Gotti. You know, that
trust
was a
me,
huge
man.
move.
All they henchmen gonna fall in line. They with it. Especially if it's money and you coming at them with how much they're gonna make. They already know what you're capable of. They with it. So it's certain moves that trump other moves. Like you know, it's just how you do it. It's all about how you do it. Like, and you really better have better relationships than your opponent. And I mean worldwide ones. I don't mean just some James Bond shit, man. This gangster shit like some Jedi shit, bro.
You gotta be fully prepared. I got the homie Sin from France. I know he's got a question or two for you. Man, huge honor talking to you. I want to talk a little bit about Merta too before we go. Sin, you there, brother?
Yes, sir. Hi, Scott. Hi, I'm Bon Twice.
I look forward to coming to Paris, man. My real name is Jean-Pierre Francois Maddox, man. I look forward to coming to Paris,
really?
man. That's my real name, Jean-Pierre Francois. My real name.
Yes, sir.
And my son's name and my grandson's name. Shout out to my grandson and my son, the first, the second, and the third.
Okay.
Shout out to the your son and grandson, man.
Yeah, Jean-Pierre Francois Maddox the second and Jean-Pierre Francois Maddox the third. Shout out, man. We coming at y'all 2 more times, man. Get ready, man.
Oh yeah. It's remember like DJ Paul have a French name. DJ Paul have a French name like Paul Beauregard.
Well, you know the reason my father named us that was because of the Haiti Revolution. Like he wanted me to have a French name because he wanted to remind me of how those black boys kicked Napoleon's ass. But that's another story.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah.
We talk about that some other time.
Yeah, your cover on you have to right to remain violent was very graphic. It's like a premonition of what happened now. And can you tell us about 7 executioners? It's what happened now with Big Floyd, in fact.
I mean, the truth is that song came about. It's so funny because, like, I had this really nice house that I had a few houses around town, a few little spots, but I had this one house that I rented. It was nice, man, with the jacuzzi, the game room, the Pac-Man machines, all that. It was really nice. And I was only like 22 at the time. And I still parties there and stuff like that. So Bun B and 20 to Life Black, shout out to 20 to Life Black, and Big Russell from Big Time, that was responsible for all the DJ Screw shit. All those guys and Botany Boys, all those guys. And they had a slab there too, like a convertible slab. And shout out to Meat from South Park, my nigga Big Meat. Incredible fucking car, man. Like burgundy with the, oh man, that's another story too. Anyway, sitting on the fucking 84. Oh man, don't get them elbows. You don't get me started. But anyway, where was I, man? I rented the house. Come by, so I had just started working on my MPC 60. I was one of the first dudes to have an MPC 60. I think me and Fresh Gordy was the only 2 to have them at the time. And so I started playing around with it. I started getting pretty good at the shit. So Bun B and them was like, "Yo, you getting good at this shit." So I was like, "I'm gonna make it for real beats." So I started making for real beats. So they was all over there, and I made a tight ass beat. And the funny thing is I made a mistake with the machine. If you listen to the 7 execution where it go boom, boom, ah, boom, 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 ah, when it does that shit, that was totally a mistake. I don't even know. Fucking machine just did that shit on his own. But I was like, this shit sound great, so I kept it. But basically, they all came by, man, and we just all got together and wrote it all out. Everybody came together on it. My brother Rick played a huge part in this. Shout out to Gangster Rick, original Royal Flush, original Rapalot Mafia. And we just put it together, man. And once Rick got a hold of it, like with his level of writing, because I think he wrote like 3 or 4 people's parts on that shit. I wrote my part. I think he wrote like 3 other people's parts on that, except for Bun B. I know Bun B wrote his shit. I ain't gonna do Bun like that. Bun always been masterful with his pen. But I think everybody else, man, Rick might have wrote their shit. Facts.
Yeah. It was a time you recorded with Viciously, BPM Records, or it was after this
Say
album?
that again?
Oh, when you recorded with Viciously at BPM, it was before this album, in fact?
Yeah, when we did the BPM stuff, that was way back. Like, you talking way back.
Yeah.
You know, that was actually
Yeah,
Doug King. Shout out to Doug King. Doug King and I own that together with the blessing of Jay Prince. Because Jay Prince had money and the equipment there, too. Like, we had 2 studios there eventually, like one on the left and then one on the right. But the main one was on the left. But a lot of that equipment was financed, too, by Jay Prince. So I can't leave him out of it. But Doug King, he's always been a big brother. Like, Jay Prince want to see you be as big as him if you serious about it. You feel me? He never been a hater. But I could definitely tell you, with his blessing, we was able to really get that shit cracking. We did some Gangster Nip records there. Shout out to 3-2 R.I.P. to him. That's my little brother too, from the Convicts and Black Monks.
Too.
The Convicts and the Black Monks, huh?
Yeah, shout out to Raheem too.
Oh yeah, shout out to Raheem too. Definitely Raheem. But that's all our brothers back then. You talking about Reddy Red, R.I.P., Bushwick Bill, R.I.P. Like, it's so many. Like, to y'all, it's like history. To me, it's just my life, and it's like it was yesterday. It don't even seem like it was that long ago.
Yeah. Did you knew Big Floyd personally? The guy who was murdered by pigs. Like, Big Floyd was
No, I didn't know
Big
Floyd personally. I didn't know him personally,
okay.
But I can tell you this.
Okay.
Steven Jackson. Shout out to Steven Jackson. That's a real dude right there, bro. That's a real dude. And Bun B and he are like brothers. And I can definitely tell you, man, like, we not with that shit no more, bro. Like, they basically awakened a sleeping giant finally. What you have to understand about black people is this. All we want is love and unity, baby. That's all we want.
Yeah.
We ain't mad at what y'all did. We feel sorry for white people that feel that way. If they think that way, we feel sorry for them. Because what's a life, man, if you got to spend it hating? You got to spend it eating. Yeah. Did that lady look happy, man, that just did that shit in Central Park? Cause she look at that video. She look happy to you? That dog.
She looks like a miserable human being.
That fucking dog. Right? Exactly. So why would we black people ain't like that? You been around black people. You know, you had a barbecue with us time of your fucking life, man. Everybody dancing, man. The grandmama's dancing. Everybody smiling. The food is flowing. Look, man, you got to understand, we black people, bro. We come from that Kemet. We come from that Egypt, baby. We from Africa, where there's an abundance of everything.
Yeah, I want to see shout out to the homie.
There's a billion fucking trees.
Not to cut you off.
For a leopard skin, there's a million fucking...
I want to say,
come on, man. We don't have that. Let me say this to both of y'all, man.
That's a real one.
Whoever your listeners are, that's white or black or whatever color. We don't have that in our hearts, bro. We could fuck some. I don't know too many motherfuckers that can stand in front of a black man and put their hands up and live through that. Let's just keep it real. But the truth is, man, the system is putting they fucking, pardon my pun, they fucking knee on our necks for no reason at all, man. Just because we're us, no reason at all.
It's a damn
Fear,
shame.
I
man.
guess. I don't know. Like Public Enemy, my man Chuck D. Shout out to Chuck D. Because him and Ice is real cool. I used to see Chuck up at the mansion all the time. Shout out to Chuck D. But like they said, fear of a black planet. But please understand,
like,
we're not with that. Like we can't listen, man. You can't call it reverse racism with us because we don't want your destruction. We want to see you live, baby. We want to see you do good. We want to see you feed your family, baby. We want to see you be happy. We just tired of only watching you do it.
Yeah. It's like Indus Kamitko's book, What They Never Told You in History Class. I think you know about this book. It's back in the day.
What you say about what?
Oh, I talked about a book was named by Indus Kamitko's, What They Never Told You in History Class. It's like a Ivan Fansachima or Rino Korashidi.
Absolutely.
History.
You know, people are really
tell you bullshit.
Yeah, people are waking up, man. You have to understand, we're not racist, bro. Like, black and white is, to me, like, this is what New York taught me and New Jersey taught me. And black and white is a mindset, bro. Either you have a mindset to unite with the oppressed because you feel their pain, or you don't give a fuck. There's no in between. There's only one or the other. So when you look at it that way, y'all appear to be my brothers. Time will show that. But when I say I'm down with you, I'm going to fuck something up for you. I'm not going to let nothing touch you. So when I say you're my brother, I'm going to be on your front line if they get to fucking with white people one day. I'm going to be like, nah, you ain't fucking with my niggas if it came to that. You understand? We just want that back.
Yeah.
If you call me your brother, like Tyrese just wrote something, a really wonderful piece. Y'all should check it out. He just put it up. If I'm really your brother, show me. Why am I the only one posting about this shit? Oh, you my brother, man. You white, so post that shit. But it felt beautiful to watch Minneapolis come together like that, of all races standing with one American flag. That was fucking beautiful. And I hate to say something like the destruction of government property is beautiful, because that's nothing beautiful about that. But you gotta push back at some fucking point, man. We just gonna keep getting murdered?
Yeah,
Look, these are warriors that understand how warriors think. Don't tell me we shouldn't push back when you know damn well you woulda. Fuck out of here.
Oh yeah.
And if we gonna act like warriors, then let's talk like warriors. You take one, we get one.
If you see it happening, if there's one person already filming it, then there needs to be 3 or 4 people taking the fucking cop off of the dude. You know, I don't want to see people run in and get killed. I'm not advocating it, but I am advocating save a life if you can.
Bro,
you know?
you saying exactly what my thoughts were before we even started this interview. Like, if I was there, what would I have? I think I would have had to do a tackle on that cop, man. I would have to take whatever came with that.
Pick him off or something.
Because we talking about seconds. Every second was precious. If you listen to the beautiful white lady, got to give her credit, man. Shout out to whoever she is. I don't know her name, but I seen the love in her face. I felt her energy through the clip. Just like I felt the energy of the dude that was talking. Like, they were really pleading, trying to be nice to this man. This evil fucking demon of a police officer. They telling you, yo, the man you already got him. He already handcuffed. You got him hog tied. Like, just get off his neck. Like, but see, that's the arrogance that they got right now.
Reason
Let me
for
tell you
it. Yeah,
something.
he had his
what do they say?
hand
The pride
in his
comes
pocket.
before the fall. Don't they say that? Don't they say the pride comes before the fall?
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm gonna apply that philosophy to Donald Trump, and I'm gonna apply that philosophy to the police departments nationwide in America if they don't get it together. Because the fraternal order of police, like, y'all gotta stop protecting them to the point that all of y'all are looking like demons. And they could say what they want. They can come and try to kill me because I know how they play. But the whole thing is, at the end of the day, do you really want to lose the public trust? Like, that's what you're fucking up. Even other police officers feel me when I say this, I'm sure. You're slowly losing complete public trust. And once that goes, you get Minneapolis. Period.
Yeah, absolutely. People are afraid to call the cops for serious situations because they might get killed. And they have. People have called the cops.
The cops are, but they becoming like the shit is, the paradigm is shifting to the point, who is the criminal, bro? Who the fuck is the criminal? You take our money now. You run our credit cards without telling. You go on our iPhone with breaking codes. Who the fuck is? Oh man, this shit is Nazi Germany, cuz.
No habeas corpus, due process, none of that exists.
None of that.
Yeah,
bro.
man, you're right. They could do whatever the fuck they want, and it's a damn shame. But like you said, it was beautiful seeing all these people come together. That's what Chicago taught me twice. I grew up in a melting pot. We all went to school together. We all played on the playgrounds together. We all learned about each other's culture.
Exactly.
We
and
need
respected
that.
each other.
We need,
exactly.
we respected. Like if I went to a party,
but you know what?
That's
really America, though, bro.
Yeah.
That's what they don't want to. See, this is what they want us against each other, bro. But when you look at that Minneapolis shit, the most beautiful thing about it is everybody riding on the same fucking page.
Yeah.
And we not with the suppression, man. Like, y'all work for us. What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, look, I know the police got a hard job. I'm not here to just bash some motherfuckers completely. But, come on, man. Like, the shit that... Look, man, when you show me a white dude that they killed by mistake, I'll have more compassion for their situation. Like, obviously, you must either not have the same value system for us, or you must just be in situations where our life don't really mean a lot to you, and you just stressed out, so now you overdoing it, like you watching some of those movies where they just stressed out. Or maybe they need to have like a rotation where they get some rest and they get away for a minute and come back fresh or something with a clear mind. I don't know. I ain't got all the answers, but I'm trying to have them before somebody else die, man. And I think they should too. But they don't even want to have the answers. Like, fuck y'all, we killed another one, and what? And, yeah, we're sorry. We're going to look at the footage. We're still not sure. We don't want to fucking go right to speculation. We want to give a moment to review the testimony and the tapes and all bullshit, man. And, like, motherfuckers tired of that, bro. Like, keep playing. Keep playing. Like, they don't understand. They think they need to understand this is America. Now, don't get me wrong. I've seen all type of... I study history. I know about all the uprisings and all the crazy shit that happened all over the world. Look like some of that shit about to happen again. But the reality is, I don't know what type of estimates they did in their little banking, because that's who fucking shit up, the bankers. I don't know who the fuck they banking calculators, what the fuck going on, but they miscalculated Americans, homie. Y'all motherfuckers need to punch some more of them keys or some shit, because we ain't with it. And trust me when I tell you, you dealing with an army already. Because as you've seen in Minneapolis, motherfuckers will very quickly get on the same page, bro. And the white supremacists ain't as deep as you think they are. We'll deal with them the first couple months, and then we'll be dealing with you.
Yeah, that's, and
I'm not saying,
you're going to have
I'm saying Americans, real Americans, the melting pot, all the colors in one big cultural melting pot, sharing in each other's cultures, respecting each other's fucking advancements, and having each other's fucking back. Real American shit, you dig?
We need that,
like
man. The future of our children.
That shit. That shit you just saw in Minneapolis, that shit. That's what you don't fucking want, bro. And that's what you about to get. Trust me.
And that's why, people got to come together now. more than ever, because, like I said, it's for the future of our children. They're the ones that got to.
How hard would it be to
shit.
have community-based policing?
Yeah.
How hard would that be? Like, to do something the way you put people in that neighborhood that know that neighborhood. Like, how hard is that? Like, look, man, they wanted to be on some Gestapo shit. They say the pride before the fall. That's why I said that. Because now they operate
police
with
state,
fucking
man.
impunity. They operate with fucking impunity and arrogance.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they love to put the arrogance in your face. Look at the orange anus in charge of the whole show. Look at how he does it. He's telling people to straight up fucking not wear a mask.
Like this fucker,
themselves.
man, we were supposed to go to outer space today. You think this fucker was trying to rally the country around them advancements in science? You think this fucker is trying to bring the country together? He ain't never been trying to bring the country together. It's to his advantage as long as all of us is losing our fucking mind. This shit is like that movie from England, man, The Kingsman, man, with Samuel Jackson.
It's the fucking Twilight
Zone. Same
Zone.
crazy shit, bro.
It's insanity,
man,
Twice.
These
people are brainwashed. I heard about it, but I know what you're talking about, though. It's like the fucking Twilight
that shit
Zone.
Out, man. They got us fighting while they fucking up in the tower, cracking the fuck up.
Divide and conquer. Yeah. Oh yeah, divide and conquer, man. That's the oldest trick in the book of how to keep a whole civilization under your rule, and that's what they're doing. They're doing a covert operation in broad daylight. They're doing it behind the scenes, but yet they're doing it right in your face at the same time. And there's not a goddamn thing we can do about it unless we come together. But you know what? You know what the problem is? Too much division, man. Too much fucking division.
No, but
what we saw in Minneapolis was a good thing.
You know what? Exactly. That's what I was just about to say. Like,
I
felt like what you just said, I kind of felt that. Right. But that, I hate to say it like that because Hope shouldn't have to come over busted up police cars. Damn.
Yeah.
That's where the Hope's coming from? What the fuck?
Well,
like,
you know,
it is hope because it shows me that my brothers aren't just brothers. That it's you and my French guy on the phone right now. Like, we on the same page. We have a mindset that says, okay, we all want to rock with one another. We want a good lives, and we just want to go over here and protect
want our kids
this over
to
here.
dance together and
exactly, man. We ain't really tripping, but if you come fuck with us, we will get at you. Other than that, we cool, and we ain't trying to go to other countries and fuck shit up and dethrone motherfuckers and start coups. Hey, come on, man.
Yeah, they do that in to get ready for it here. You know, they go practice in Panama and different places, and that's all.
They try to kill my homie Jay Prince, man. They try to kill Jay Prince, bro. Come on, man. They try to fucking kill him.
City under siege, man. The shit.
No
people don't
and
realize.
Them two dudes, the Schumacher, and the other fucking Chad Scott, them fucking DEA agents. Now they both locked up or about to do major time for evil ass crimes. But if they really was locked up for what they killed a bunch of people, man, with a badge, with an American badge. Come on, man. White supremacy is in all. That shit is poison. That poison has infiltrated everything, man.
Yeah.
We got to cut that shit out. That cancer the fuck out. Like, we all need to see that at the table. Here's the funny thing about it, bro. And I hope your listeners hear this. You know how powerful we would be if we really allowed everybody a chance?
Yeah.
Like, imagine how powerful we would be 5 times as powerful. God damn it.
Yeah,
you
man.
know our economy would really look
there's
like
enough
if
for
you took
everybody.
that dude in the hood. The dude in the hood that got the hats on the corner that's doing, I don't know, $400 or $500 a day. You know what he would do with 50,000?
Oh, yeah.
Like, the chances aren't there. They need to be there. We need to empower ourselves as Americans, every color. As long as you wake up early every morning and you go home late, you deserve a fucking opportunity, man.
Man, you need to run for
president. The bottom line is
president.
those opportunities aren't being provided for the dumbest fucking reason, white supremacy. So that means you stagnating the whole fucking portion of the nation from being as great as we really could be. Stupid motherfuckers.
Yeah.
let me put it to you that way. Let me appeal to your the side that's about commerce in your brain. Maybe you'll look at it better. Let's really be great, man. Not that red hat bullshit. Let's really be great because everybody got an opportunity and we all respecting each other's cultures and learning from them. Can't nobody fuck with that. None on earth is the best business model on earth and we ain't even fucking using it.
Knowledge is power, man, and we need to empower each other as much as we can. And they don't want that. The ones in charge, they don't want us to come together. Like George Carlin said, man, he laid that shit out for everybody. These
George Carlin
motherfuckers
was the
don't
man.
care about
George
you.
Carlin was the fucking man, wasn't he?
Oh, dude, and you know what? When he died, those bastards were saying he's burning in hell, and those conservative Christian fucks, you know, because he told the truth. He told the fucking truth, man. That's why my three favorite comedians, George Carlin, Richard Pryor, and Red Fox. Those are the three best, in my opinion. So,
I mean, definitely, I would definitely have to agree with you on that. I may have some other picks if I thought about it deep, but I can't argue with that lineup, man. Especially George Carlin.
You know, but yeah, those are the three guys I grew up off of. You know, I was fortunate to have my parents expose me to that shit at a young age, and them records and stuff like that. And
I know George Carlin was, to me, like, he was one of the first dudes that he just so knowledgeable, man. Like, he was just breaking the game down. Like, his shit is classic now because it's so accurate.
Yeah. A lot of shit he said is going on right now.
We live in it right now.
Oh yeah. You know,
and the whole thing, man, that shit gotta stop, man. Like, it's enough. It's enough for all of them.
And finally, in heaven
can be happy. Like, how sick is that? When you really think about that, let's say it's these 7 groups of people in a club, and there's this huge buffet table, right? And it has every fucking kind of food that you could ever enjoy. And only 2 of the 7 people that are of one race go over to the buffet table and eat whatever they want. Even though it's enough for everybody, every time other people come over there, they give them these looks and pull out guns on them. That's America.
Yeah. Horrible. And, you know, it's
enough for everybody.
They'd
rather let the food spoil than share the shit, bro. Like, that's when you know you kind of sick. You know what I'm saying?
Oh. Well, like I was saying, man, I commend people like yourself for using your platform. You know what I'm saying, to
ain't
shed
got no
light
platform, man. They'll kill my black ass, and if that's what's gonna happen,
I'm talking about with your music. You know, you
no, it don't matter.
Shed light.
This is shit I'm saying to you right now could get me killed. The shit I talk about in my music could get me killed. My first album says, "To the FBI, come and get me." Like, come on, man. I've been on their radar. I mean, Ice-T became partners right after Cop Killer. You think they don't have a file on me? You fucking crazy? Like, come on, man. I know what the fuck going on. I ain't stupid. If they don't have a file on me, they ain't doing their job. And come on, we know they doing their job. Right? They listen to this shit right now, and I'm good with that. The whole thing is, look, man, whatever it takes, if I got to be a martyr along with everybody else, so be it. I'm good with that. Well, I'm not going to keep watching this shit. I want to be a part of the solution in history. Like, write me down as a part of the solution, not the problem. My great to be listening to this shit right here that I'm saying right now. They'll find the threads. Yeah, great-great-great-granddaddy was about this. Let's be about this. And that's what it's really about.
That's securing their future. Absolutely.
Well, no, the whole thing is stand for something. Stop falling for this dumb shit. Like, stand like a man. Square your fucking shoulders back, man, and deal with what come with that. Period. Don't be no fucking cowering-ass coward lying and fucking tricking people and fucking snitching and all that homo shit like that faggot Tekashi doing.
Oh,
be
God.
like him.
No, shit.
How you gonna send a shooter? How you gonna send the shooter and then tell on the shooter, nigga? And then try to fucking con everybody into believing that you only did it because a nigga fucked your baby mom. Who the fuck is you, the new Nicky Barnes, man? Oh, he fucked my woman, and they kidnapped me and blah, blah. Okay, but damn, bro, you sent the shooter on a hit mission and told on him. Can you explain that one?
Yeah, that's extremely fucked up.
And then you out here fucking flossing with money. I hope you're taking some of that money to his people. Hope you're taking some of that money to take care of Shotty's family and his kids and all that. Like hitting them off with 100,000 here and a 50,000 there and a 20,000 there or whatever the fuck. If you not, you's a faggot fuck piece of shit. Bottom line, them niggas put you where you at, boy. And he know he can't go nowhere where real niggas is at because we gonna get at him. At least that's what I heard, man. Little Birdie told me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they moved him a couple times.
Heard.
From what I heard, the idiot's out on his balcony recording Instagrams or whatever. But me as
well, good luck if that's how you
want
to live. Like if you want to live, if motherfuckers want to live like that, let that be them, man. I don't know, man. I don't want that. Like I don't want my sons to have to, your dad was that. Like I set my own risk on some harakiri or murder shit. Like, you know what the harakiri shit is? That shit they do. Like, yeah, I'm that serious about mine. I cut off a fucking man and give it to Jay Prince if I had to, for real. Before I'm telling any fucking thing. Yeah, like absolutely. The Yakuza. That shit, nigga. And I ain't got no problem with it. I do it willingly, with honor. That's what these fuckers don't understand. You know what you signed up for? Because if you don't, you need to get the fuck in the win. If you do, then get that finger up, nigga. Approach it that way.
Yeah, and fuck these people for making them famous too. These program directors and these other fucking clowns who should be focusing on talent. Fuck them too. Anybody that's gassing this fool up,
Oh, the Tekashi boy.
Yeah, man. Fuck anybody that's you know what I'm saying, promoting.
Well, I mean, I think anybody in their right
talented
mind
artists.
Anybody in their right mind know that if you put your brand with his in any way, your brand better be strictly a pop brand. I think niggas know that. Ain't nobody stupid. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. Is Rock Nation becoming that pop brand? Guess time gonna tell, huh? Yeah, that part. Shout out to D. Haven.
Well, let's talk about some real music, man. When is Omerta dropping, man? How close are you to finishing that up?
Listen to this. I'm doing it right. I ain't playing, man. I'm over here grinding it out as we speak, man. I ain't playing.
Shout out to DJ Vicious Lee, man. You got any features on this project, or is it all just you? Or?
Got Zero. I got Bun B. I got Big Pokey from SUC. I got Ice-T, of course. Ice-T do the intro for the whole joint on some super out gangster shit. Just telling stories of when we like the story I told y'all when I pulled up in that beautiful whip, that foreign, as we say, the foreign glorious hoe catcher, and gave him the tapes and like he telling that shit on some gangster shit. So he on there. I got RC from Poe Broke and Lonely. He and I met when I was working with King T at Dr. Dre's. He was signed to Aftermath, RC. Shout out to RC, man. Crimson Monroe. So these are all the homies, man. We just all over time became brothers, man. Like when you in the music industry, it's because my family wasn't there for me, it's the best family that I could have had, because we'll give each other keys to each other's mansions and say, yo, man, just keep the house, man. I'm about to go on tour, and like King T did for me, or a brother be like, oh, my wife tripping, man. I'm coming over there. All right, man, take one of the guest rooms. Like, it's like a real brotherhood, man. And I'm just proud to be a part of that. Bone Crusher, a lot of guys like that would come by. He's on the album. That Never Scared, one of the biggest singles ever in hip hop. He used to come by the house though. Shout out to Bone, man. I'm just a blessed brother, man, because I love this music and I love what it stands for. You know what I'm saying? Like, not just necessarily the revolutionary aspect of it, but just the artistic aspect of it, from the concept of poetry. And like, poverty is poetry. And you can take nothing in the most deep pain and turn it into art. Like, that's who I am in my deepest nature. That's who I am.
Very, very talented, you know what I'm saying, artist and producer, man. You know, like I always talk about Portrait of a Serial Player. I mean, that's a timeless classic. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to hear this new one. When do you drop it?
You know what's funny, man? I need to say something, man, about that album. That's heavy on my heart. Like, I was young, man. I owe a few people some bread, man, and I'm about to get at them and hit them with some really cool gifts and some envelopes, man, because I didn't, it's not that I balled out overwhelmingly on the record, but I made good money over time, and I didn't share it properly. You know what I'm saying? I know I like doing shit that niggas don't do. And the truth is, DJ Ace, shout out to DJ Ace, shout out to Rhythm D. I owe my brother some bread, man, and I need to fix that, and I'm gonna.
Rhythm D from Ruthless.
Yeah, that's like my brother.
I didn't even realize that was him. Wow.
Well, that's who he and I became like brothers. Actually, Ice had to make a flight to London. Ice used to have one of the biggest shows in London called Ice-T's Badass TV. You can probably find some episodes on YouTube. It's a pretty good show. It's funny as fuck. But basically, he had to go do an episode. It was a big show, and he said, "Yo, I got Rhythm D coming by, playing a bunch of dope ass beats. Just check them out for me twice. If you like some of them, grab them, use them for Serial Player." Because Ice kind of masterminded Serial Player. Like, that was his whole concept. That was his whole. I came up with the album cover, but he came up with the concept of Serial Player. Like, we used to have these Syndicate screenings where all the biggest gangsters come up there and we watch these movies in the movie theater in the mansion. And, like, usually on Fridays. And shout out to Henji. Shout out to Strong, OG Strong. Shout out to, man, so many other brothers back then. Alcoholics. Shout out to the Alcoholics. Shout out to King T, my brother King T. But, man, we all was just up to Bizarro. We all was just up there, man. Or shout out to Raw Breed, my nigga Mark from Raw Breed.
Black Silver
Mark. Yeah. Everybody, man, would be up there. And you never know who would come up there because, like, the Panther movie was out at the time, so shout out to Nefertiti, and I forget the dude, the light-skinned brother that played Huey Newton in Panther. I forget his name, but he ended up being in The Matrix, too. He would come up there. Shout out to Tim Story, too, that directed Fantastic Four, directed Barbershop. He used to bring his movies up there. He would shoot on Super 8, and there would be some cool shit.
Wow.
He was just starting. But now he's been Fantastic Four. He's went on to big success. So shout out to Tim Story, but this is all a syndicate, man. This is all Ice's mastermind. Ice is like the fucking Professor Xavier, man, of the West Coast, man. For real.
Man, you definitely, you've had a lot of dope experiences, man. Sounds like you had a lot of fun over the years. I wish you nothing but success, and I want you to continue to do so, man. And, you're welcome on this show anytime you want. Anytime you drop something, just get at me and let me know, man. It's always an honor to chop it up with you.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. And, yeah, I hope that it's so murders. I'm going to do a book, a documentary, and I'm working on the soundtrack in the background right now. It's definitely incredible work sonically, but I hope people learn something from the story of just not betraying your friends, man. That's what old murder means, the code of silence for the mafia. That's what it stands for. It's never telling on your friends, never betraying your friends, maintaining your brotherhoods. And I hope that if they get anything else out of that word, they get that. It's nothing better than that. I've seen incredible things happen because niggas kept their mouth shut. I'm talking about multi-millions of dollars, and a nigga get out and end up having Bentleys and all type of shit after he did his time. And, if we're in a struggle, let's approach it like a struggle, and let's keep moving forward. Let's not let one loose lip or a few loose lips make us move 20 steps back. That's all I want to say,
man. Absolutely. Man, you
take
care,
question.
Stay safe. No, go ahead, Sin.
Oh, yeah. On last question, can you tell us about Is There a Heaven for OG on your album? It was a dope sample you did.
Yes,
oh, yeah.
Actually,
one of my favorites.
Yes, sir.
I'm working on a new one. I call it, I'm pulling it up right now on my computer. Everything you listen to in the background I produced, by the way. But I had to flip this. You remember Jay-Z did Can I Live? You remember while I'm watching every nigga watching me closely, my shit is butter for the bread, they want to toast me. Y'all gonna have to really study your hip hop better, fellas. But basically, my Heaven for a G song ironically came out. He dropped Reasonable Doubt, and I dropped Serial Player around the same time. And they're really very similar albums, which is really strange because I hadn't even met Jay up until that point. But this is the new Heaven for a G. I call it Tell Mama I Joined the Mafia.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's sick, man.
Okay.
Man, that sounds just sick, if not sicker than the original.
Like the dancehall gumbo funk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm looking forward to that.
So I got some really cool stuff, man, that I learned something, man. If I don't make it, it don't get made because my stuff is only my stuff. Like sometimes you can feel as an artist you don't take yourself very seriously. But what we all as artists gotta understand is we're the only painters that can produce that particular portrait. So hopefully this will be something people appreciate, man. That's all I can say about this one. I think people are really going to love this, man.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to it. I know that for sure. Man, Born Twice, thank you so much, man. You and yours stay safe during these crazy times.
Y'all too, man.
And man, we'll definitely be getting at you.
And au revoir, monsieur.
Make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, like, comment, share. Also go over to UGSforLife.com, download the entire archive, and check out new episodes on Apple Podcasts and Blog Talk Radio.